Hello, beautiful people. This is Jane Dawson conversing with the universe on your behalf. So many people have asked me, Jane, where is heaven? Where is it? What's it like? What happens there? And these are all questions I used to ask myself, and I couldn't imagine how heaven would be jam-packed full of dead people, full of unborn babies, full of people who have died of starvation, all just sort of wandering around in this big place in the sky called heaven. You know, that was what I thought, that was my belief, and because that was my belief, I didn't believe that heaven existed. I didn't really even believe that spirit or our inner being or soul existed before I had my life-changing experience where my dead father showed up at my son's birth. Now, if you haven't heard the story, do check my previous videos because I tell you about that amazing experience in depth. So yes, let me tell you this now, this is important. Heaven is not a place, it is a state of being. Okay? Let me just repeat that. Heaven is not a place, it is a state of being. Okay? And you know, through my years and years of doing spiritual work, connecting with the souls who have passed to the other realms and having my own experience and having conversations with spirit, it's became very clear to me that your physical body dies for sure, but your inner self, your soul, your spirit, whichever you choose to call it, it is the eternal part of you that does proceed to heaven or the non-physical realms. That's how I like to call heaven, the non-physical realms. I like to refer to planet Earth as a physical realms for obvious reasons. We are in physical bodies, we are walking about a planet, we have physical experiences that lead us to believe that only we exist and only what we can see, sense, touch, smell with our physical bodies is reality. In truth, that's so far from reality that it's not even funny. So as I said, now I know that when the physical body dies, the part of us that is eternal is actually absorbed back into all that is, okay? And if you can imagine our personalities, our life experience, every thought we've thought, every word we've said, every action we've taken, every experience we've had, if you can imagine that about yourself, in my case, the earthly Jane Dawson's life, all that, if you like, is sort of in a bubble and is absorbed into the non-physical realms when we pass. But it still remains it still remains Jane Dawson. I'm going to give you an example of this. When my dad, who'd only been dead, physically dead 3 months, showed up during the difficult birth of my son, I did not hear him, I did not see him, but our souls met and I sensed it was him. Not just sense, I had an overwhelming recognition of the being that was my father. Now, the part of us that doesn't pass to the non-physical realms is the part of us that is controlled by, let's call it the ego, the ability that we have to have a life on planet Earth. So that's the bit of us that worries and has fears and has problems and has illness, disease, has issues, has arguments, had fallouts. That does not, those human traits, experiences do not go with us to the non-physical realms or to heaven. So although we are recognisable totally as the person we were when we were on planet Earth, we do not carry that earthly baggage with us. So this is why I can say to you I've said this to thousands upon thousands of clients all over the world. You will be reunited with your loved ones when you pass to non-physical. Now, when I say you will be reunited, that is not strictly true, because we are never apart from our loved ones. We may feel, because their body is dead, and we can no longer hold them, touch them, that kind of thing, that we are apart from them. But trust me, they are in our every thought as we are in their every thought. And through my ability to communicate with the other realms, I provide evidence, comfort, and I bring, let's say, relief from grief, because I have honed my ability to communicate with non-physical people. So the thing is, when you return to non-physical, you will have no doubt, when you meet your loved ones, you will be so joyful, you will be so full of love, as will they, and you both will be in bliss. Now, isn't that amazing? Isn't that heaven? And do you know that you could also have heaven and earth if you keep your thoughts right, if you have positive thoughts, and you do your best to be happy, and you live your life in an expectation of having a great life. If you follow the rules of the law of attraction, basically, you can have heaven on earth. You must all be able to relate to that moment of euphoria, that moment of joy, even with something simple like sipping a coffee, or watching your child play, or looking at dogs frolicking in the park. Those moments are just, wow, heaven and earth, aren't they? They really are. I'm going to talk to you about law of attraction in a later video, but it's so powerful. The law of attraction rules this planet, and it rules all that is, and it rules the non-physical realms as well. And I want to tell you how you think about passing, dying, and being in heaven, which, as we know, is a state of being, totally affects your initial experience. So this is part of why I want to assure you that your existence does continue, and you and your loved ones and your pets, everything that lives on planet Earth in our physical body, has a non-physical part being. Okay, so you will all be at one and in flow again. Isn't that beautiful? So until the next time, big hugs and kisses. Oh, just remember, do subscribe, and remember to ring the bell if you want to be notified of all my videos. Mwah! Love and hugs. Bye.